Welcome to Fitness Finesse with Locs. My name is Erica, and I wanted to do a short video today regarding the struggles I have been having with my sister locks. The struggle has definitely been real. So one of the main things I'm struggling with regarding my sister locks is the frizz, y'all. I've heard trust the process. I know frizz is a part of it. I know some of you embrace the frizz, but it is not my friend. My frizz usually occurs about 3 to 4 weeks post retie. So I have a period of about 2 weeks where I just feel like my hair is looking a hot mess. And mainly my frizz that I'm concerned about is in the hairline area. So when I need to have my hair retightened and I want to put my hair in a ponytail, because I wear a lot of ponytails since I teach group fitness classes. So I would put my hair up, and then this area, you can't see it really well probably now, but you know, in real life, you can see just a lot of frizz, and I just don't know what to do because I don't want to use edge control and get any buildup. And it's more than just like the actual edges. It's like the sister locks in the front are kind of frizzy. So it's like the lock itself. So I am struggling with that. Another thing I'm struggling with, and the frizz is probably the culprit, is my damn grid, y'all. Like, the difference allegedly between microlocks and sister locks, most people think, is the grid itself, right? Because you pay all this money for sister locks because they have this special grid where if you want to style your hair, you can do so and you can maintain your parting to make it look nice and neat. But my grid really probably only lasts about 2 to 3 weeks and then it's gone. So that leads me to say, was it worth getting sister locks versus microlocks just to pay for a grid? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a cosmetologist or a loctician, and I know there's several other differences between sister locks and microlocks. Not just the grid itself, but the tool that's used. It could be the starting method, you know, a lot of other things. The cost for installation. But, you know, if I had to consider getting sister locks and microlocks before I did, knowing that my grid would not last, and you've seen it in the video, in this intro video, knowing that I wouldn't have a grid, would I change my mind? Would I get microlocks instead of sister locks? I would love to say no, because my loctician is the most amazing person and she's a sister lock consultant. She also does microlocks too, but you know, I don't know. Not that I needed to save any initial money with my installation. It would have been nice, but you know, that's done and over with. I can't take that back. And now that I got sister locks versus microlocks, there's really no difference moving forward. But you know, just considering that my grid just doesn't last that long, if you are thinking about getting locks and haven't got no locks yet, then that's something to consider versus the sister lock versus microlocks. Because in my opinion, some of the microlocks I've seen look pretty much the same as sister locks. There's some bomb people out there doing microlocks that's doing a good job, using a different tool, but they're doing a wonderful job. So that's just something that I may reconsider if I had to do it all over again. So in order to help me with the frizz that I'm experiencing, especially in the front, I did come up with a solution. And one thing I want to say as well is that I am a group fitness instructor and a personal trainer. So I'm at the gym, or I have my torch room personal training business where I'm doing personal training at home. So I am usually working out 6 to 7 days a week, either doing classes or doing my own exercises or personal training, but there's some type of movement. And the first 5 minutes, regardless of what I'm doing, regardless of the type of weather it is, I am going to sweat in 5 minutes. So a lot of my sweating is in my hair, and my hair stays wet a lot. So I know that my hair has a lot of sweat in it, and I know that my hair also, you know, gets frizzy from me putting it in ponytails and stuff like that all the time. But in order to help, and hopefully this method helps, my lactician and I decided that I would, at the 4th week post retie, just do my perimeter. Because I told her by the time I get to 6 weeks, like, it's done. Like, I'm ready to, like, not have sister locks. I'm like, my hair looks terrible. Whether, in that whole not having a bad hair day is sort of true, but sometimes it's not true when you think about that frizz. I know it doesn't bother some people, but it bothers me. So in order to help that, at the 4-week mark, I am going to try to do the perimeter of my hair and see how it looks and see if that keeps me satisfied until I hit her chair in another 2 weeks. That also helps me because I did pay for the self-retightening class. I've only retightened my hair twice during the pandemic. So this will allow me the opportunity to keep practicing retightening my own hair in case something happens where I need to revert back to doing it myself, such as things get worse with a pandemic. There's a new pandemic. My lactician decides to up and leave and go somewhere nice and warm. Who knows? But I do want to be able to tighten my own hair if I need to. So this will help me with practice. So I will keep you guys updated on how that goes. So another thing that I am struggling with is styling. I do use Pinterest and I see some bomb Sisterlock hairstyles out there, just locks in general. People are doing it up. When it comes to me, there's a couple things. First, that I've had my Sisterlock for 2 years, primarily wore them loose like they are now. And now I think I'm just super sensitive to anything I put in my head. So I have a puff cuff. That is pretty good. You know, it's not tight at all, but anything else I do to my hair, ponytails, trying to braid it or anything like that, I start to feel that little tension in the front, even though I'm doing it really loose, and it's just like I don't want to have it in there very long. So any styles that I would think about doing would have to be styles where I can just do it for a day and then take it down. Because like I said before, my hair stays wet all the time, and I need to let my hair down because my hair is that type of hair where it will not dry. If it's in braids, if it's in a 2-strand twist, if it's put up in a ponytail, it will not dry that way. So I have to actually let it down and let the strands breathe in order for it to dry. But I'm really just struggling with styling. I want to be able to style, but I'm nervous for one. I want to make sure that I don't style too tight or do something that's going to damage my Sisterlocks. And I think that was something that was, you know, something I got from before having Sisterlocks, where, you know, people talked about styling and some people were doing it maybe a little bit too hard and just things didn't turn out the way they were supposed to. But I'm nervous about styling. I have not lost any locks yet, so knock on some wood for that. And I'm hoping to keep it that way. But yeah, just wanting to style. So if I feel like I'm going to try more, and if I feel like that it's not attainable, that's going to have me, you know, thinking a little bit more about, do I just want to keep my Sisterlocks and just, you know, let them free flow all the time? Or do I need to style? Now, I done thought about, like, you know, I want to style my hair more. I want to control these edges. I might just go ahead and comb these babies out. And then I'll start thinking about what I'm going to do with my hair if I don't have my Sisterlocks. I kept thinking nothing really good. So I'll just let that go, y'all. We done with that for now. So after 2 years, I have been cleared to no longer braid and band. Unfortunately, I was doing it already anyway. But that was just like, I probably only did it maybe 3 or 4 times in the full 2 years that I didn't braid and band before my lactician gave me the green light to no longer do it. And that was because I was like in a rush or something like that. But yeah, 2 years in, and I've now been given that no braiding and banding. So I might do it every now and then, because I did read some threads on Facebook about people braiding and banding to prevent bunching, not so much slippage, but bunching. And I definitely don't want to experience bunching. I think I'm doing pretty good. Okay, I do have one, and I probably won't be able to find it since we're on, or since I'm on camera, but one that really scares the crap out of me. So if I find it, I will let you guys know. But no braiding and banding. Lastly, y'all, I wanted to just share some of the products that I'm currently using, because I try to comply primarily with the Sisterlock rules. You know, I did braid and band when I was supposed to, except those few times I just mentioned. And I wrap every night or anytime I'm just, you know, hanging around the house to prevent linting. I wash every 3 weeks. I want to wash every 2 weeks, but I just don't have the time. Every time I plan for every 2 weeks, never ends up that way, but consistently every 3 weeks. And that is about it. But I do use products probably that I'm not supposed to use, but it's okay. I know a bunch of y'all out there doing that anyway. So a couple things. First, I have this moisturizing leave-in conditioner. This is new. I just bought this, ORS. So I am going to use that. It's really light, and I like that. I use just regular tea tree oil. One of the products I brought back from my natural loose days, which I love, which is this right here. Yes. Gotta have this in your household. All right, then sometimes when I'm lazy and I just want to, you know, put some type of shine in my hair, I will go with a conditioning spray. And then make sure you have your handy dandy 360 sprayer. This has got some stuff mixed in here already, like some oil and some water and stuff like that. So definitely comes in handy. This is a spray versus a spray. So if you have an old school sprayer, you're doing a spray. And with this is a spray. So make sure you get this and try it out. So I think the hair is growing. I am not keeping, first of all, I'm not counting Sisterlocks. I did an initial count twice when I first got on. The counts were off by 10. And I've never done it myself. That was some people I had helping me with that, and we just left it at that. So 440 or 50 something locks, I don't know what it is. And I have not done any length checks, but I do know it's growing. My loctician's saying that it's growing, and obviously I can tell, you know, that my hair is longer than it has been. But I'm not paying too much attention to it. I am, you know, thinking about a certain length, because I don't want them to just get as long as possible. I said this in previous videos. I have a length, and once it gets there, then I no longer need them to keep growing. So I will probably want to cut them. So I'm probably looking at another year or two before I do a cut, either cut them even, or because they're just too long, or if I get bored, I might do something like a style. So we'll see. That is one of the reasons I got Sisterlocks, for that versatility of being able to cut my hair and still have fabulous hair, or do whatever I want to do with it. But here they are. And I got some, let me see if I can, of course you can always stretch your little locks out a little bit. I got on this, you know, babies are growing. Some of them in here act up a little bit. Like I got some that's super thin that scare me. So I've combined a couple of them, because, and that's another thing with Sisterlocks, when they do the grid, they stay on that grid. So if they come to a portion of your hair that's really, really small, because it's on that grid, they'll still do a Sisterlock. And you know, that may be okay for some people. This is my first set of locks, and the thinness may not be anything that I really need to worry about. I don't know. So it scares me. And I do talk to my loctician about it. She laughs. She don't think I have anything to worry about. But, you know, I don't want to be one of those people losing locks. So Let's see, I think I can find one. Here's one. So I have a rubber band on it. This was 2 and I made it 1 because it was super duper thin. But I think I got another one that I can show you guys. Okay, well, so this one. Look at that. So thin. And then when you start to feel it, this feels much thinner than when you get to this little piece down here. And it scares you like, oh my God. Oh my God. All right, so things like that. And lastly, I found the one, oh, there it is, that one that's bunching up and doing all that craziness. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. See, look at some of these. How thin they look. Look at this one. Scary. Yeah, gotta bend down a little bit. All right. So let me know what struggles you guys are having with your sister locks, or if you have any solutions to my struggles, please leave a comment and let me know as well. Also, if you are considering locks and you don't know if you want to go with micro locks or sister locks, feel free to ask any questions or leave your feedback in the comments as well. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you share this video with your friends. And until the next time, I hope you all are staying healthy and are staying fit, and I'll see you at the next video.